Good afternoon and welcome to the CCS first semifinals of women's basketball at the inaugural CCS basketball tournament. That's the Collegiate Conference of the South, where today your Berea College Mountaineers will face the Maryville Scots in a top-seeded semifinal high-stakes tournament. Here by my side, I've got my colleague, friend, supervisor, Brandon. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. I'm super excited about this matchup. Excited to see what both teams bring. This right here is winner go home. I love these kind of matchups because you really get to see the dog that gets brought out of people. You really get to see not only come off the bench, really help a team get a W. So excited to see what happens here at the Rolling Willie Court.
That's right. And the Roland Weir Willie Court, located here in Seabury Center. But first, we will play the national anthem. So both of these teams are coming off of two impressive victories. Over on the Maryville Scots side, the Scots are coming off an impressive 76-61 victory at Belhaven in the 4-5 matchup, where Maryville was the only road team to win in Wednesday's quarterfinals. And right now, they're announcing the starters for the Scots right there on your screen is number 2, the star, Courtney Carruthers. Carruthers has been nothing but excellent for the Scots coming out of Maryville, Tennessee. And right behind her is Anna Kate Beckman. Beckman's out of Thompson Station, Tennessee. And after Beckman was Cathers. That was Cathers. That was Olivia Cathers out of Lexington, Kentucky. So I'm sure she has family attending this afternoon matchup. Over on the Mountaineer side, being coached by head coach Trent Milby, as well as assistant coach Jeff McLean. And there's the star of the Mountaineers, number 3, Aaliyah Hampton, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. She's coming off a great season. And there's Spalding, who won Defensive Player of the CCS Conference. She'll be wearing the number 4. And now, Destiny Combs, the senior out of Louisville, Kentucky. This is her final year here, her final games that she'll play with the Mountaineers. Coming right behind Combs is Drea Satori, the guard. The guard who has handles for days. Number 12, Satori. And of course, number 44, the true freshman, Big Lynn James out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. She'll be jumping for the tip at the timeline for the Mountaineers. And over on the Scots side, Emma Husky will be attempting for the possession at the 10-second line. So, great matchup here today. These teams have met twice this year, and the Mountaineers have won the series 2-0. So, Satori is going to start it off for the Mountaineers and try and open it up. So Hampton's in the left wing. Hampton calls for it. A little spin move, Spalding. Satori back to Spalding. Spalding throwing it up. Good defense there by the Scots.
Absolutely. As you said earlier, Berea College comes in this series up 2-0. However, you never know. Unfortunately, our men's team struggled the same situation where they were facing Piedmont in the first round, who they had been, up 2-0 in the series, but lost that one. So you never know. And I got to shout out Carruthers. She is a bucket. An absolute bucket, leading the Scots to a W at Belhaven. Going from Maryville, Tennessee to Jackson, Mississippi, and getting a big dub, and now here in Berea, Kentucky is just really impressive. As she shoots that one, Maryville able to keep the possession, but it's just, if she has a good game, it's hard to stop this Scots team, I'll tell you that much.
That's right. And I talked to head coach Darren Trevelyan. I said, Coach Trevelyan, you've got the first team all-conference player of the year on your squad. How will you position Carruthers to set her up and get clean looks? And he told me he's got to open up shots, and they've got to move the ball around. So a couple of boards there by the Scots, and Kronk was there to pick up the first board for the Scots. James has also gotten the board, and Spalding with a nice bank layup. So the bank's open tonight, this afternoon, rather, for Spalding. And you see a nice press here early on. This is what Milby likes, is get that defense going here. And there's Cathers who'll shoot from beyond the arc. Carruthers, jumper's no good. Combs with the board. Satori stepped out of bounds, so go the other way.
Good defense there by Kronk, able to stop the fast break. As the Mountaineers do so well, get a lot of their points off of, is this press turning into either forced shots from the Scots or turnovers on the other end trying to score. So good job there by the Scots to stop that fast break opportunity. Just there, Mountaineers able to get another steal here.
Satori's inside. That's easy all day. One thing about Satori is that, she can handle that ball. He told me that. She's probably got some better handles than some guys on the men's team.
Oh, absolutely. She got better handles than me. She's, mad impressive how well she's, like Destiny Combs says, she's got that thing on a string is what they call it. So
like a yo-yo, almost like a yo-yo, right?
Great ball handling.
Kronk sees Husky. That's Beckman from three-point land. Cathers will try her luck. Hits the front of the rim, but James is there. Almost a tricky pass. Good awareness there by Carruthers. Hampton is being contested by Husky. There's Hampton beyond the arc. Carruthers gets the board. Link Kayla tries to intimidate Courtney. So Courtney is in her senior year, but she'll be coming back for a 5th season with the Scots as Kronk picks up the foul there. So she'll go up to the charity stripe. Foul was on Hampton. Checking into the Scots is Madison Williams and Chloe Rourke.
Unable to get the first one to drop. Scott's 4 minutes in, still unable to get on the board, looking to get their first points here. And they do.
Farr is checked into the lineup for the Scots. See if Mountaineers have something here. Spalding trying to get open. Goes right past Combs. I know what she was thinking there, though. I think she was trying to get inside to Combs, and Combs would go in down low because Combs she's not afraid to get down and dirty.
Absolutely.
So once again, the immediate press by the Mountaineers. See how the Scots combat it. Carruthers goes inside, turnover. Combs is there. Carruthers hustling. Ball goes the other way. Wow. I feel Carruthers is in the game. She's hustling. Compared to the last 2 games that I've seen, it's a little bit more aggressiveness early on.
Absolutely.
And it looks good. And this is what you like about these conference championship games, is that they're going to be competitive. There's Combs with the floater, no good. Jump ball. Possession goes to the Scots.
Jump ball, possession arrow. Points towards the Scots.
Merriweather's checking in for Spalding. Merriweather was hot from three-point land the last matchup against the Scots. I remember a triad of threes for the Mountaineers. And Kronk will now check into the Scots squad.
Good press break there by the Scots. Brothers shoot the 3, and that's good.
Carruthers open it up and now tie it. So as Carruthers open it up, that'll get some confidence going for the Scots there. Once again, you see that aggressiveness. She got her hands up. She came to play. You see Hampton calling for a big woman. Combs. Merriweather is off the mark there. That's Kronk with the board for the Scots. Miscommunication there by Carruthers and Williams. I think she's just trying to lob it over the top and hit Williams in motion, and Williams could just lay that one into the glass. So we'll reach our first timeout, and we'll be right back. This is Berea College Sports Network.
We are back after this timeout break. If you're just joining us, welcome in. My name is Brandon Ray. I'm here with my companion, my guy, Enrique Gaddis, here on the Berea College. First quarter, 4:32 left. Berea College 4, Maryville College 4. Tied. This game is going to be a good one, I can already tell. Carruthers able to get started. Mountaineers looking on the inside, but we'll see if the Scots can stop that tactic for the Mountaineers.
So James' post move goes inside, and she's going to head to the foul line. One thing about Kayla James, she's going to get her points
Yes.
regardless of what you say. You know. So
Absolutely.
first one falls for James. Kayla James, the freshman out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's 2 to go there. Big Lynn, HHP major, which is
Health and human performance.
health and human performance. That was Rourke there to throw the Mountaineers off guard. Good defense there by the Scots. You can tell they're a lot more engaged and a lot more aggressive going into this game compared to the last 2 matchups against the Mountaineers.
Absolutely. As you know, this is, like I said, it's win or go home. Good bucket there by James. It's a win or go home, so you got to put all out there. You know, you want to win and stay. If you're the Scots, you want to win and play tomorrow in the championship here in Berea. You don't want your bus, as the coaches would always say, for the extra hotel room. I want to have to buy you guys more meals, you know. You don't want their season to be cut short and them be back in Tennessee later this evening. So I have a funny feeling that this one's not going to be the last game. It's going to be a lot tougher matchup for the Mountaineers, and they have to make sure they dial in if they want to play tomorrow.
Well, that was a nice assist there by Merriweather, feeding James inside. Is Satori. His travel there. It's official Jack Klingon with the call there. Jack Klingon, we've got the Judith Diehouse as our ref. She'll be in motion, as well as John Bassel. So the Triple J show, as Williams tries to triple, it's no good, but she's inside. That was great defense there by Combs. Sticks her hand up in the air. Way to hustle for Williams. Getting back on transition. Satori with the fake. Sees Combs.
I'm going to call it's like a 3 seconds in the lane call. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Actually, one of the refs that ref the guys game, I heard one of the fans call, hey, we should do it 3 seconds. And the guy said, we haven't called that in 15 years, so it looks like they are calling it in this conference tournament.
So Olivia Cathers has stepped back in for the Scots. There's Williams traveling inside as Carruthers steps in, tries to has the board there, but Hampton on the counter. So one thing about this Mountaineers team is phenomenal. 6 of their players were awarded all conference honors. And that's why right there.
Absolutely.
That's why right there. Aaliyah Hampton, Dalen Spalding, Destiny Combs, Linkayla James, Drea Satori, Jaden Merriweather. Kronk is there to lay it in, but the Mountaineers, nothing but specialty. As Hampton back-to-back three-pointers. Once again, enforcing why they deserve these all-conference honors. And that's why right there. Back-to-back threes by Aaliyah Hampton. Great defense there by Combs. So Mountaineers will get the basketball. And of course, Trent Milby plays a enormous role into composing this excellent group of women, as well as his assistant coach, McLean, who played at Murray State in 2011, and Merriweather tries it there, and Combs unable to get the bounce. It's
Good block there.
Husky there with the good block.
Good move there by
Carruthers.
Carruthers on
Wow.
a dime.
It's a great dish there by Carruthers to Beckman, but looks like Beckman will go to the line. How about that? The vision there by Carruthers to feed it to Beckman and get the foul. And the Scots being led by head coach Darren Trevelyan. Trevelyan is his 13th season here with the Scots. He attended the University of Kentucky, graduated in 1996. He's 157 wins in conference games and 41 losses. So not a bad track record there for Trevelyan. You see him there directing his defense. But will it be enough to stop Hampton? It looks like it is there, but Big Lynn gets inside, grabs a foul. She's got her glasses off. This is a different sight here. So high tension here by both teams. Great defense is being played by both teams. You see Trevelyan and the official Judith Diehouse there litigating that call. But Big Lynn is at the line once again.
As substitution in for the Mountaineers will be number 23, Kari McKeithen.
Kari McKeithen steps into the game. And James now has 5 points. He's got 4 boards, as well as Combs. He's got 4 boards and 1 assist, as well as 1 block for Combs. So she'll take a breather, and McKeithen will come in and relieve Combs. Excellent defense there. She's coming off the bench, so she can take that foul. So it'll be Cronk throwing in the inbound pass. Wow, stuck there for Cathers. Looks like a piece of gum is just stuck on the, like the double bubble gum is just stuck up there. You know when looks like they're gonna grab a tool here. Okay, that's Judith Diehouse there, the superhero of the game, playing both ends.
That's the Murray State alumni, so I know I've seen a little bit of his basketball skill. I know he can get up there still no matter what.
Sure. You saw him stand up out of his seat. He was ready. So it's Madison Howell checking in for the Mountaineers, and the Mountaineers are leading 15-7 as shot clock is the game clock now, so gotta be quick here. Satori gets inside. Fouls there. Called on the Scots. Carruthers picks up her 2nd foul in the first quarter, so Satori. Drea Satori. She's 2nd team for all conference in the CCS. Remember the Collegiate Conference of the South. This is the first year that the Collegiate Conference of the South has been formed and been followed up through. Wow. Beckman fouls Spalding there, so Spalding will head to the line. But Spalding has won Defensive Player of the Year, so expect Spalding to disrupt the Scots. She could also shoot free throws. She extends the lead to 10 points. Spalding works in the college post office here at Berea College. Every student able to pick up a labor position. But we've reached the end of the first quarter. Mountaineers leading 18-7. Scots will chalk it over as well as the Mountaineers. We'll be right back. This is BCSN.
We are back after this timeout or end of the first. Berea College Sports Network. If you're just joining us, welcome in for some women's basketball action here on this Saturday afternoon in the Collegiate Conference of the South. Berea College Mountaineers able to finish the quarter strong on a 6-0 run to get a 11-point lead here during this break. Heard the head coach from Maryville College a little frustrated with how they're playing, telling them they need to box out, don't give away dumb fouls, and that's exactly what the Scots were struggling with, and look to change this quarter and maybe get themselves back in this ball game or take the lead. So we'll see what happens.
So Williams is checked back in for the Scots, and that's Kronk down low, but McKeithen is there. She's calling for it on the other end. She's feeling good. She's calling for it. She's trying to get open. You see McKeithen. She's playing everything. But Hampton, in and out for Hampton. Merriweather's there. Puts it up off the glass. Doesn't fall in. That's Williams. Madison Williams. She exploded for a career high of 16 points in 2 of her last 4 games. So during this 4-game stretch, Williams, who's a junior, averaged 9.5 points and 5.5 rebounds throughout this 4-game series. So
Hampton looking to go coast to coast, and she will.
That's just Hampton. So she's got 8.
It's good to see Hampton back out there playing the way she did after suffering a tough injury, tearing her Achilles, having to have surgery on it this past summer. Me personally being in the training room with them, as Kronk unable to get that one. However, good stop there by number 35, Cather, is able to keep it going, and she'll be shooting 2 at the line. But it's just good to see Hampton back out there, man. She suffered a really tough injury, and I hear about her stories in the training room all the time and what she had to endure this summer. And to get her back, tough. So it's always good to see a player bounce back from an injury. Never want injuries no matter what team you're rooting for. So good to see Hampton back out there on the court playing well.
That's right. And Combs steps back in. Cathers makes her first free throw of the afternoon. She's 1 for 2 from the line now. So here's Satori. Satori looking to set up something here. Merriweather. Good defense being played by the Scots here. You see him in transition. Good box out there by Cathers, Olivia Cathers. She's a freshman out of Lexington, Kentucky. So she's in her home state now. Expect her to show out. Great ball movement here. Cathers tries from beyond the arc. Mountaineers will just let it roll. Carruthers will step back in, as well as Howell on the Mountaineers end. Madison Howell, the freshman, carrying the number 22 on her jersey. She had a career high of 16 points when she played against Westland. I think it was Spalding. Looking for a foul there. Destiny taking the hard hits. I told you, man, she's not afraid to get inside and get scrappy.
Absolutely. Good hustle there by Combs.
And Combs, Destiny Combs, is a colleague of ours as well. She works in the biology major. She'll be graduating this May from Berea College with a biology degree. And I'll tell you one thing, biology it's a tough degree to get now.
Absolutely. Here at Berea College is like they call us the Harvard of the South. They try to pride themselves
That's correct.
on our academics. So it can be really tough being a student athlete. You're gonna call a illegal screen there on Combs. But yeah, Destiny Combs able to just do it all. A great basketball player, able to get through classes like botany and
Anatomy. I heard anatomy. I heard that anatomy is the toughest course if you're pursuing medicine or you're some sort of science STEM related field. I heard anatomy was one that you want to watch out for.
yes, absolutely.
There she is. It's Combs. She's just going to take it all away. Howell's there to back her up. She gets the foul. Great hustle there by Combs, though.
Absolutely. Howell, the freshman out of Berea, Kentucky, able to get that one. Keep going.
Combs that throws the right hand. So Howell's got her first point, rather, for the afternoon. Up at 100% from the charity stripe is Madison Howell.
One thing the Scots have to endure is when they're being super aggressive down low like they are, doing a great job of not allowing Berea to get easy buckets. Sometimes if you're too aggressive, it opens up the free throw line as the Mountaineers are able to capitalize off of that. So looking, another, we're going to call a timeout here by the Scots. Thought that was a foul there. It looks like Mountaineers are putting a lot of pressure. But if I'm the Scots, you just got to play basketball.
Right.
You know, they're trying to stop Berea College down low, what they're doing a great job of doing. However, you got to play smart basketball. When you play aggressive, but you got to play smart, which they're opening up the free throw line for Berea by fouling. So if I'm Maryville's head coach, I'm letting them know, keep that aggression, keep that fight, keep that intensity, but be smart. Know when to be aggressive and know when not to be. So.
And you saw that a bit in the first quarter, in the first half of the first quarter. You saw that aggressiveness by the Scots. You saw Carruthers getting inside, picking pockets. You saw Emma Husky getting her hands inside. She's got one block. Carruthers, 4 rebounds. So boards is big.
Yes.
Grabbing boards, securing rebounds, and keeping that aggression up, like you said, right? So I'm sure has advocated for more pressure, more pressure on the ball, and opening up more shots for Carruthers, because it looks the Mountaineers run here. The score is 22-8. So Spalding, remember, she's Defensive Player of the Year in the Collegiate Conference of the South. So first team all conference. Wow. Shot clock violation, and Milby was Milby's ready. Coach Trip Milby. Did you know that Coach Trip Milby, he has this club team, it's called Kentucky Premier, and he founded it in 2008. It's for women, it's for women's basketball, and it's a program that's been running for 10 plus years now. So he recruits the top talent in the state of Kentucky, rather in the country, and brings them out onto the Kentucky Premier team, and they compete at a high level, as well as Coach McLean coaches travel ball with Milby. So when they're not at Berea, they're still out perfecting their craft, being great coaches. Milby's coming off a 5-year conference championship win streak. So nothing but excellence by Milby, and he's just created this culture of strong character within these women.
Yes.
I mean, we know it because we work alongside Destiny. I've met Dalen Spalding, Linkayla James, Joyce Mukalamusi on the bench. Great team, great group of women, and that you can tell this is a high caliber team.
Absolutely. Trent Milby is also coach here at Berea, so he does a little bit of everything. A great basketball coach, actually one of the all-time winningest basketball coaches for the state of Kentucky for high school. Went undefeated, winning a championship there in high school. So Milby is just a great coach. But like you said, the coach has to sit back. Carruthers able to hit a great three there. But as you say, the coach can only do so much. Your players have to, step on the court and play. And he always recruits great women to come to Berea College and just, keep that Berea College household and that name going. So he's done a great job and looking for more of that in the coming years.
That's right. James slid down there. A little frustration there by Linkayla. She's got 7 on the night. She's 3 for 4 from the field. But that'll be a turnover, so the Scots will take it the other way. Taking it across the timeline is Emma Husky. Husky's a sophomore out of Sevierville, Tennessee. Sevier County. Here's Olivia who gets the foul, so
good take there.
Olivia Cathers, a freshman, will go to the line. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line, so 50%. One thing about this Scots team is that they're going to make shots on the other end. And, right now it's coming through, foul shots right now. But prior to that, you saw Carruthers get the nice look from beyond the arc, getting a nice three-pointer there. So it'll cut the margin down to 12 for the Maryville Scots. James is calling for the ball. She's double-teamed inside.
That's what the Scots are doing right now. Easy, when Linkayla James gets the ball inside, it's more than likely a bucket for Berea. So great job there by the Scots not allowing it to be easy. If she's gonna get hers, but she's going to get hers.
She's gonna get hers.
But if she is, they're gonna make sure it's not easy for her. So they're doing a great job here by putting a lot of pressure on her.
That's right. And Madison Williams checks in for the Scotts, she's there to pick up the board. Merriweather steals it from Williams. So Mountaineers will get another crack at it as Howell pumps Merriweather for three. In and out. Back to the Scots. Carruthers, first team all-conference guard in her senior year here with the Scots. Spalding on her.
Good back cut there.
That's right. Here's how. Madison Williams. Put some respect on her name. She's coming off the bench. And she's sort of like the Swiss Army knife. You know, you see her inside picking up boards here. She's great on defense. And on the other end, she could drain those three balls.
Yes.
So here's how. Combs is there to pick it up. She just go up inside and kiss it off the glass. Sweet. Destiny Combs there. She's got 3 points and 6 rebounds. How about that? 6 rebounds for Destiny Combs. Carruthers picks it up.
Easy.
Easy. And now we see it picking up. The aggressiveness is coming back for the Scots.
That's what we love to see, the Scots picking it up, you know, putting the aggression, forcing the Mountaineers to take shots that they want them to take.
That's
Destiny Combs able to keep that one alive.
And doubling Lynn Kayla inside as well. You see her, she's been cold for a minute. Wow, how 3-point land, bang. The freshman, how? So she can cook too. So here's Williams. Howell's there on the other end. Great defense there by Madison Howell.
Fouls on number 12, Haley Cronk.
Haley Cronk will pick up her second foul on the afternoon.
Number 22, Madison
Cronk has
Howell.
3 points, 1 block. She's been playing the heavy by far the most out of all the Scots players on the court right now is Madison Howell.
And able to hit that one. That's one thing about Mountaineers. It's like they suffered this year. You know, their only conference loss to the LaGrange College Panthers. And they missed around 13 or 14. And it's hard to beat a team when you miss that many free throws. So I see Milby she missed the first one, shaking his head a little bit. I know he's always trying to instill perfection, but great job there by Howell to sink the second one.
Talk about perfection. The Mountaineers have been nothing but near perfection in almost every single category. First in scoring. First in scoring defense, first in field goal percentage, first in three-point field goals, first in three-point defense, and first in picking up turnovers, first in steals. So on both ends of the court, the Mountaineers have been able to supplement for being second in free throw shots, which contributed to their loss earlier this season. Great defense there by the Scots.
Absolutely.
Maryville basketball.
The orange and garnet. Maryville Scots. We're playing in their semifinals for the 10th time in head coach Darren Trevillion's 13th season with the Scots. Courtney, step back jumper. Merriweather's there, gets it off to Satori. Can she get it off? And didn't get off, so we'll head to halftime. Score is 31 Berea College, Maryville Scots 18. Highlights so far. Leah Hampton, she's got 8 points. James with 7 points. Madison Howe with 6 coming off of the bench. Destiny Combs with 8 rebounds. 8 rebounds.
Absolutely. It's just been some good basketball. Nice job there by Maryville. I know the score is probably not where they want it to be. However, the Mountaineers looked like they were about to go on a pretty good run, almost there making the lead 20 points. However, Maryville getting some great stops on defense and getting some good buckets there offensively. So, as Maryville College, you still got a whole other half of basketball to play. 20 minutes of ball, which is a lot of time for you to change this game around. So we'll see what happens. It's been a pleasure to be on this broadcast this for our first half. Thank you guys for joining in to the Berea College Sports Network. We'll be right back for the start of the second half on this Collegiate Conference of the South Tournament Day. Thank you. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Berea College Sports Network. My name is Brandon Ray. I'm here with Enrique Gaddis on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Not as beautiful as yesterday. It was nice and sunny, but, you know, we'll take a little bit of warmth instead of snow. Mountaineers with a 31-18 lead here, and they're rolling Waverly Court in the Seabury Center of Berea, Kentucky. Excited for this matchup. It's been a great one so far. Mountaineers able to lead. Take the lead by causing the Scots to have turnovers, and it's been something that's been really, really good about the Mountaineers. Their defense plays their offense. They're not forcing anything. They're just allowing the game to come to them. So hopefully the Scots are able to come into this second half, you know, get things going, get people like Carruthers going. Carruthers finishing the half with 8 points off of 3 of 8 shooting and 2 of 3 behind the arc. Also with 4 rebounds. Something about Carruthers' game that not a lot of people talk about is she's not just one-edged sword. She's a double-edged sword. She does very, very many things well, and rebounds is one of those things. So hopefully to get her going some. Looking at it, you got people like Kronk, Williams, and Cathers bringing 3 points on the board. It's been spread out here, but we'll see what the Scots do to retaliate. The Conference of the South matchup.
That's right, and one thing that has stood out to me is possession.
Yeah.
It's been literally split in half, the possession time between both of these teams. So even though defense and offense is being played well, I mean, that's good offense there by Big Glenn James, deep inside for 2. But the Mountaineers are just finding ways to score more points, and they're coming from points inside the paint. You see 14 of the 33 points of the Mountaineers are coming from inside the paint.
Good defense there.
Spalding, Defensive Player of the Year, with the nice dish to Aaliyah Hampton. Ball remains with the Mountaineers. So the conference standings for the CCS. The Mountaineers are standing at the top with 15 wins and 1 loss. And overall, they've had 24 wins and 2 losses. LaGrange will be playing right after this. Is in the second spot, 13-3. They're 20-6 overall, and Maryville, 8-8 within the conference, and 12-14 overall. There's Big Lynn with the board. Husky tried to put it up there, and was fouled there by Kronk. So that's Cathers' first foul. Team's first of the quarter. The Mountaineers been shooting from 33% from the field, so a couple of shots going up for the Mountaineers. But what stood out to me is the rebounds. 24 rebounds so far for the Mountaineers. They're not afraid to press their luck because they got Aaliyah Hampton knocking down the 3, and that's why she wears the number 3. So Hampton's got 11. She's going to show off her defense. It's not enough because Olivia Cathers is there. The freshman, remember, she's out of Lexington, Kentucky, so she'll be playing probably about 110% harder this afternoon, being in her home state of Kentucky. Cathers is 3 for 4 from the free throw line. She's got 1 block. Carruthers, though, is the outstanding player so far. 2 for 3 from three-point land, 4 rebounds. And the team has been shooting 62% at the free throw line, and a lot of their points are coming from being able to get to that charity stripe and make these free throws. Over on the Mountaineers side, Hampton's got 11, 4 for 9. You just saw her show off her there, 3 for 6 from three-point land, 50%, as well as Madison Howe, who's contributed to the 28% free throw for the Mountaineers. So Hampton's got a laser. Satori
It's like
has been held. She's been at 3 points.
Maryville's looking like they're in a 3-2 zone. It's an extended 3-2, trying to trap the ball, trying to put pressure on the Mountaineers. Able to pass that out. They're going to call walk there. You can see even Hampton knew that she walked. Good pressure there by the Scots. I like Maryville changing it up on defense. You know, Mountaineers able to really capitalize off of their defense early and looking to make a stop there is what they did.
And that was Anna Kate Beekman inside her, as well as Haley Kronk, that were putting the pressure on the Mountaineers there to trap them. It's not enough for Hampton, and she showcases just her speed. It's unable to connect there. Hampton out-hustling the opponents to grab her own rebound. This was why she's a high-caliber basketball player. Satori back to Hampton. Combs off balance. That's Cathers there, grabbing the board for the Scots. Trevelyan asking for a charge now. It's offensive charge, but Carruthers steps on the out of bounds line. I'm sorry,
I love to see this matchup between Spalding and Carruthers. Carruthers actually being one of the top players in the Collegiate Conference of the South. Trent Milby, the head coach at Berea College, actually giving her credit, saying that he voted for her to be the player of the year. So it's good to see, you know, one of the top candidates for player of the year and our defensive player of the year going at it. Love that matchup.
That's right, but it's not enough. As Spalding is there to feed it to Satori. Excellent ball movement. Spalding sticks a hand in the pocket and is able to find her guard, Drea Satori, on the other end for 2 points. How about that connection there by Spalding and Satori?
Good bucket there by Farr.
Courtney Farr out of Benton, Tennessee. Courtney Farr, she matched her season high with 13 points Wednesday at Belhaven. Combs has been a bit cold offensively, but defensively, she's got heart. She's a bit fatigued here. Scots, let's see if they can take advantage of Mountaineers' fatigue, and that's
what they do.
Chloe Rourke. Bang! Madison Williams. Madison Williams coming off a career-high 16 points in 2 of her last 4 games. And that's why Madison Williams, she's got 6 points right now for the Scots. So they'll relax the margin now to 13 points for the Mountaineers. And let's go over a couple of stats here for the Scots. So Williams hit that 3-pointer there. Spalding and Satori had that nice run there on offensively on the fast break. But offensively, it looks like, defensively, the Mountaineers have been fatigued. So you saw Combs and James inside. They're getting a little frustrated. In 2K, I think the Gatorade symbol will pop up now. But Milby's letting them play.
Absolutely. As you can see there, Milby was a little frustrated with Maryville with Berea allowing Maryville to get that steal and bucket. But like I always say, the Berea College men's basketball team always says is the best way for you to play offense is your defense. If your defense is causing turnovers, if you're getting blocked shots, if you're getting charges like he loves, you're setting yourself up for offense. And that's what Maryville College did right there, able to put pressure, not allowing Mountaineers to just get an easy throw in, putting pressure and allowing Williams to hit that three. So nice job there by the Scots, and hopefully they can look to continue on doing this in this third quarter.
That's right. And the men's basketball team has shown up today to support the women's squad as Combs dishes inside to Big Lynn. So Kayla James now is tied for 11 points. He's the top scorer with Aaliyah Hampton. As Rourke from three-point land, unable to get it to fall. Hampton's there. Aaliyah Hampton. Overall, 109 field goals have been made this season for Aaliyah Hampton.
Good box out there. Not far. Carruthers looking.
Carruthers seeking for a clean look here. Maybe they can get her a three-point shot. They're going for three, but it isn't Carruthers. That was Kronk there, unable to drain the three-pointer. So Maryweather checks in for the Mountaineers. Carruthers. James is there to stick her hands up, and Satori, clean look by Satori. The assist by Maryweather. Maryweather and Satori, great chemistry there to open up the three ball. 43-25. About under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. So almost 75% of the way through the first round of the semifinals. Today's doubleheader, of course, is Berea and Maryville. And immediately following this will be number 2 LaGrange versus number 3 Piedmont. Today's doubleheader of the CCS semifinals. Of course, the championship will be played against the winner of this game and the winner of LaGrange and Piedmont tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Great feed there by Maryweather. She just lobbed it over Emma Husky's head to get into Big Lynn's hands, and Big Lynn cashes out at the bank for 2. Carruthers. Bake. The bank is open on the other end, too. My gosh. It's raining 3 checks. 3 checks for Carruthers there.
Using that screen, her advantage, and able to capitalize off of that one.
That's
Saw
right.
Spalding, a little frustration. That's kind of tough. One of the most tough things to endure on defense is playing really good defense for an extended period of time and someone getting a bank shot in, but able to get that
That's
one.
who you want to watch out for, Jaden Merriweather. Remember, she had that nice game where she hit a triad of threes, and now Merriweather is 3. That's her first 3 points of this afternoon. And you remember, she's not afraid to pull from three-point range. Merriweather was part of that second team all-conference. The team selected 12 players of the Collegiate Conference of the South, and these were, of course, the 12, well, part of the 23 best players in the Collegiate Conference of the South. And there's your first team all-conference player of the year, Aaliyah Hampton. There's Merriweather from the other end. Bang! She can do it from both ends. The right wing, the left wing, it doesn't matter. The top of the key, she's there. Count it for the Mountaineers. 51-28. Mountaineers have gone on a beautiful run here. Back in, Hampton will take a seat. Carruthers from three-point line. Front rim, no good. McKeithen's there to pick it up. Mountaineers got to go quick here. That's the end of the third quarter. 3/4 of the way through. And the doubleheader for today's matchup between the Mountaineers and the Scots. Mountaineers are leading 51-28. And Linkayla James, Aaliyah Hampton, Drea Satori have been the X factor in deciding where the current flows in terms of offensive flow and defensive flow. Defensively, Combs has helped out, 10 rebounds. And James is 9 rebounds. Wow.
Absolutely, as you can see, 5 rebounds compared to Maryville's 22. I mean, that right there is the ball game. I mean, you're allowing, you think of it like this, you know, you're coming down the court and you guys are going 1-for-1 for shots, but Berea College gets to shoot 2. Maryville College is 1. That right there allows Berea to have way for messes up and mistakes and make it up. And as you see, players like Howe and Merriweather and Satori who shoot great beyond the arc, they don't miss shots like that. Knock on wood, they don't miss shots like that. So when they're getting those open looks multiple times and they're hitting them, that's what allows Berea College to separate themselves from the Scots.
And this is a common theme for the Mountaineers. You see Linkayla James, Destiny Combs, Corey McKeithen coming off of the bench. These are the players that could dominate the glass. They crash the glass, and this just adds, this supplements to Trent Milby and Coach McLean's winning streak.
Far able to get that rebound.
So Carruthers here. Spalding. Spalding hustles. You see it. Jump ball. Possession will go to the Mountaineers. Great hustle there by Defensive Player of the Year in the CCS, and that is why right there. So Howell's checked back in. Haley Cronk on the Scott side. Emma Hussey's going to take a seat. A bit more engagement here by the Scott's bench, calling for defense, and that one goes in favor of the Scots, so the ball will go the other way. There's great defense there by Haley Cronk. And Cathers, Olivia Cathers, she's got 5 points, 4 rebounds. She's calling for it.
Good move there.
Pivot.
Unable to capitalize. Good pivot step
yeah.
there.
Back and forth, left, right, high and low, right?
Fundamentals. Absolutely.
Fundamentals. You know all about it. You used to play basketball, so.
Yes, sir. I will say it doesn't matter nowadays with how skilled a team is. It's all about their discipline to perform the way they're supposed to do. I remember in high school we played a team. I'm from Tennessee. I'm from Knoxville. Went to Hard Valley Academy. During summer ball, we played some AAU team named Stone Memorial. Came in the game very excited. They didn't look like they were good basketball players. They didn't look like the most skilled players. Ended up beating us by 40. And it was just because of how disciplined they were. They didn't turn over the ball. They played defense like they were supposed to. They hustled. And, with guys like us who were all playing high school ball, and I bet you they had high school players on that team, but, man, they beat us bad. All because of their fundamentals, sticking to what's easy and sticking to what works. So, can't beat that.
That's right. That's right. And you talk about sticking to the fundamentals, out-hustling your opponents, crashing the glass, getting those second chance points. That's what this Mountaineer squad is all about. With paired with the strong recruiting by Trip Milbius, Cathers is there to pick it off, and Carruthers finishes it on the other end. So Milby will talk it over. Trevelyan will meet with his squad as well, try to inspire the team to go back into that aggressiveness that we saw the first quarter, but Milby has really mellowed that out. He's shut it down. Maryville here has been able to score 4 points within the last 2 minutes. Held Berea at 51, but they need to get back to those fundamentals. They need to get back to that aggressiveness that we were seeing in the first quarter, right?
Absolutely.
And get to the line. You see him shooting at 70% from the free throw line. So that was one thing that Coach Trevelyan talked to me about, was that he wants to get these open shots for Carruthers. He wants Husky to get inside, get down, get to the foul line. And their sixth woman, Maddie, coming off the bench, they want to move her around and sort of be the playmaker of this team, So they've got to take care of the ball, though. They've got 14 turnovers, and it was stolen there by Cathers. Here's Williams. That's three-pointers for Madison Williams.
Good job there by the Mountaineers breaking that press. Scott's playing with that aggression, getting 2 back-to-back steals and scoring on the other end. Williams hitting another 3. If I'm the Scots, I'm looking to maybe get her some more shots.
That's right, but watch out. Here's Spalding. No good for Spalding. Air ball there. So Carruthers will take it up on the other end. Cronk was there to grab the rebound. Here's Cronk. letting it fly, no good. Cathers, Kronk once again, fouled. It's Judith Diehouse there on the putting the ball on the deck. Cathers from three-point land, no good. There's Courtney Farr, Madison Williams.
Again, like we were saying earlier, the Scots now making it a point to be controlling the boards, you know, allowing just 5 rebounds in the past couple minutes, multiple of that possession.
Really important possession there. As you see frustration by Maddie Williams. They went from 28 to 32 to 35 and held the Mountaineers at 51 for about 5 minutes now. So it's crunch time for the Scots.
Absolutely. This is a time right here where either you see the light at the end of the tunnel, being your time is up, or you keep going in this conference tournament. So you see players who are mostly seniors who really start to, work as hard as they can. As freshmen, Lynn and Kayla James able to keep that going. You see players who this may be their last time stepping on the basketball court. They really want this win. What a better way to go out your senior year of college with a conference championship and a chance to continue on during the NCAA tournament. That's another thing we didn't even think about. The Collegiate Conference of the South is a brand new conference, first year doing this tournament, meaning there's no automatic bid for the NCAA tournament.
That's right. A little bit about the Collegiate Conference of the South is, yes, this is the first year. Inside of the conference, you've got 9 teams and sponsors across the 14 sports within the conference. Not only basketball, but you also have football and baseball, soccer as well, just to name a few. In addition to sharing the institution's geographic identity, the name Collegiate Conference of the South is indicative of a shared commitment to academic excellence, which is part of the NCAA Division III philosophy. So a fun fact there about the CCS and its inaugural season.
I mean, I know me, if I was a coach, I would want to say I won the first ever conference tournament of a certain conference. So I know both teams wanted to dive in and say that we were the very first team to win in this brand new conference. So.
That's right. And Meriwether, rejection. You heard that one. A little bit about how this game was going for the Scots there. Meriwether just emphasizes it, putting the exclamation point for the Mountaineers. Combs is loving it, joking around with Meriwether there. Satori trying to throw up the Scots. Courtney Farr, a big woman. She has got 4 fouls, so she's in foul trouble. So Meriwether. Satori and the Mountaineers will just slow it down. Maddie Williams, relentless, not giving up here.
Personal foul call on number 3, Aaliyah Hampton, her third, team second.
Second foul for the Scots here in the 4th quarter. So this is the 3rd time this season that the Mountaineers have met the Maryville Scots. And it's a series that began in 2018, the Mountaineers are against the Scots. And with a win this afternoon, that would extend it, of course, to 12-0, including the wins of earlier this season. Mountaineers won 85 to the Scots 59 and 77 to the Scots 30.
Mountaineers playing really sloppy here. I know, they're trying to play fast and stuff and get easy looks as they were trying. Mountaineers looking like they're going a little too fast. Maybe they want to slow it down a little bit. They got 4 minutes on this contest left, and they want to go away with the W, and they're up by 17. So if I'm the Mountaineers, if I'm Trent Milby right now, I'm telling them, let's take better care of the basketball. Now, it's easier said than done, as the Scots will look to be more aggressive, push the envelope. We'll see what happens with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in this Collegiate Conference of the South ball game.
A little bit about Coach Trent Milby's history. He graduated from Lindsey Wilson in 1999 with a bachelor's degree in education, taught physical education from kindergarten through the 12th grade years and in Greene County. He was also a special education teacher for kindergartners as well as 12th graders. So he taught for 14 years as a teacher in Marion County, and his coaching career started off in 1999. And that was in Marion County as well. He became the head coach, though, in 2002 at Caverner High School. He was there for 4 years, and he went off to Marion County for 7 years, and now he's at Berea College. He's in his 10th season here. The 9th season here as the Berea College head coach, and he's won the conference championship 5 years in a row. So it's certainly been a blessing to this institution and the fans here and faculty and staff.
As we're coming to the last 3 minutes and 23 seconds on this game, for some of you Maryville fans out there, I know you guys are probably watching it at home as the men's team is hosting the conference tournament, but today is the men's championship between the Maryville College Scots and the Belhaven University Blazers. Maryville leading 35-23 with 4:26 left in the first half. So good luck to both teams there, and in the next couple hours we'll be able to say who is the first ever men's Collegiate Conference of the South tournament winner.
That's right. And as you may have noticed in that corner there, at the middle of your screen, right behind the basket, you see the LaGrange women's basketball team beginning to file in and prepare for their semifinal game against the Piedmont Lions. After this match here between the Scots and the Mountaineers, Courtney Carruthers got 15 points, 5 for 13 from the field, 3 for 5 from three-point land, and she's in her senior year, but she'll be graduating the following. She'll be a super senior, so she'll be coming back next season for the Scots. So I'm sure that Coach Trevelyan and company are elated to hear this news, as they'll have their most valuable player come back and assist them in continuing their run. Oh, bit of collision there, but great sportsmanship there by Combs, helping up Cathers, Olivia Cathers. They just tapped heads there, but it's okay. They both get up okay. So timeout called by Coach Trevelyan. This is BCSN. We'll be right back after this timeout.
And we are back. Break here on the Berea College Sports Network. My name is Brandon Ray here with Enrique Gaddis. 54-35 is the score of this ball game in the fourth quarter. We want to take a moment on this Berea College Sports Network to give a huge shout out to head coach Austin Newton for the men's basketball team, winning Coach of the Year. I have the privilege of playing under Coach Newton this past season. This has been an absolute honor and a gift that a young man, I call him, young man, or just coach, he was wonderful. He's really good peoples. He's done an incredible job with this program his first year, allowing for the men's team to be tied for second in the conference. So he's done a great job. Very excited about what he's going to do for the Berea College basketball team here in the future. Coming coach at Madison Southern, led them to a great district tournament win. First ever against Madison Southern. Coach, he knows what he's doing very well. And a big shout out to the players on that team who helped make that happen. A group that really dialed in. I've never been a part of a group so selfless in my life. One thing that Coach Newton said to us before the season is, what can I do to make this year great? There was just a couple things. One was water bottles full at practice, and the other was traveling pants. And unfortunately, last season they were unable to get traveling pants. Those are two things that he made happen easy. He calls us the most under-maintenance team, but I got to give it a shout-out to the guys on that team, as they are great gentlemen. Seniors Isaac Cotto and Tyler Boggs will be taking off this year. But, like I said, big shout-out to Austin Newton, or Coach Newton, getting the first ever Coach of the Year of the Collegiate Conference of the South for the men's basketball side.
And really quick, what stood out to me about Newton, and I didn't know this about Newton until I read his bio the night before, and I noticed that his Eagles were featured on the ESPN's SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt, and Scott Van Pelt is someone like I love watching SportsCenter every night, and I think that's showing his work.
Yes.
Right? So, he's giving back to his community. He's now, he's coming back at the collegiate here with Berea College, and the men's team, they had a phenomenal season. I think that as a first-year head coach, as a Mountaineer head coach, there's nothing he can do other than grow from this, and just it'll be linear from this point on. And, I'm sure that next season he'll touch up on, many things and just develop the team that that he's cultivated so far.
Absolutely. All being a young team as sophomores and freshmen are the main guys on the floor. And also a big shout out to assistant coaches Aaron Ponder and Coach Jamie Todd, as they played a huge role in this as well. Their selflessness. One thing about our assistant coaches is they work a full-time job on top of coming to this institution to help coach the men's team. So great shout out, big shout out to them as they spend 25, 30 hours extra on top of that to be here with us. So love you guys, and shout out to the men's team for a great season.
That's right, and we will go into the final stretch here of the first round of the semifinals here in Berea, Kentucky.
That's a good. Number 3, Anna Kate Beckman.
That was Anna Kate Beckman there, laying it in. That's the final buzzer. Berea College Mountaineers 55 to Maryville Scots 38. The Mountaineers advance to the championship. I'm excited. Outstanding players: Linkayla James, 14 points. Aaliyah Hampton, 11. And James she had her glasses off this afternoon, so she still played amazing. 11 rebounds. Combs matched those 11 rebounds, having her own 11 rebounds. Merriweather, 3 assists. Drea Satori, 3 assists. Merriweather had 6. Satori had 8 points. Shot from 3 for 5 from the field. And 3 steals as well for Satori. Over on the Scots side, Carruthers, final game of the season, scored 15 points. 5 of those 13 came from the field. 3 of those 15 points were three-pointers from three-point land. Haley Cronk, 6 rebounds for the Scots. Olivia Cathers, the true freshman, had 5 points. She was 3 for 4 from the free throw line. 6 boards gathered for Cathers. And as a collective, the Scots scored 38 points, but it wasn't enough to beat the Berea College Mountaineers. 55 points, shooting 70% from the free throw line, 33% from the field, 47 rebounds.
That's impressive. That's very impressive as a team. When you have leaders like Linkayla James and Destiny Combs able to bring 11 apiece, that's 22 out of your 47 right there. But rebounds spread upon many people. Aaliyah Hampton, 8. Jaden Merriweather, 4. Kari McKeithen, 5.
Off the bench.
Yes.
McKeithen was coming off the bench with 5 rebounds. These are those impact players that Milby has, that he builds and does an excellent job of recruiting and instilling the culture of a winning team here at Berea College. Final words before we go into our next game, which is LaGrange versus Piedmont. The winner of this game will go on to face the Mountaineers in the championship.
Absolutely. Just big shout out to the Maryville College Scots. They have a great season, great coaching staff, great players, as they're able to say that they have, in my opinion, probably the most impressive win of the season, which is going to be traveling all the way from Maryville, Tennessee to Jackson, Mississippi, and getting a huge road victory in the first round of the conference tournament. I know it's unfortunate you didn't get to advance to the championship or, have that title in your name, but you have to be very impressed with the playing of all the Scots players, able to drive, 8 hours, 9 hours to go face a really good Belhaven team and come out with a victory. So shout out to the Maryville College Scots. Thank you guys again for joining us, and wish you guys nothing but the best, and good luck to next season for Maryville.
That's right? And stick around for our next match, LaGrange versus the Piedmont Lions, here on the BCSN.